I'm Mel, and that bit's getting a bit old, don't you think? The important info is this is our home, a narrowboat, and you're finding us now somewhere in the English countryside. We're using her to tour the largest backyard that you've ever seen. Let's dive in and tell you exactly where we are. As you know by now, we are doing the Four Counties Ring. We are taking it over a few weeks, and I thought I would do this little sketchy map for you just to give you some context. So if you don't know anything about the canal system, you can see sort of where we are going. Don't hold me to any scale or anything, because this is literally just done on the fly. We've just only joined the Four Counties Ring, and we joined at this point here, the Great Hayward Junction, just past the town of Rugeley, and we are moored up just the other side of Weston. We continue our journey today up the canal, and we'll be ending up at Stone, a short cruise away, and we'll hopefully get to explore some of that town there. This all along here is the Trent and Mersey Canal. I keep saying that we will hop off the boat and go exploring, but that has yet to happen. A little bit due to weather and a little bit due to just loving our boat. We love the gorgeous scenery of the English countryside, just chilling, having some good food, some drinks, and enjoying the peace and quiet of the great outdoors. As you can also see, we are just at the beginning of the ring. We have barely even begun, so stay tuned for more. We will fill in all the little towns along this map as we go. For larger reference, maybe for people not from the UK, we are in the county of Staffordshire, so you can look that up and figure out exactly where we are. Mom, that's probably for you. We're just coming up to our destination, about 2 locks I think, and then we'll reach Stone, where we're gonna hop over the road and try and find an Aldi. But this area of canal, particularly beautiful. There's been some railway lines, there's been cows, it's been green, just one of those really pretty views.
Lots of stuff to see.
Even in the rain, like the sun's been shining, it's been raining, been sat out here in our raincoats, not even phased, because it just looks so nice.
We can see who's been standing out in the rain, eh?
I said I had my raincoat on, which covered this fabulous getup.
Okay.
We speak sheep now.
Yeah.
Sheep goes?
Man. Man. Give us a wave, come on.
Look ladies, at your service.
Thank you. Right, in the backdrop we have the classic lock gate opening.
Sup folks?
We switch around, that's where we've made it to. Tiny little stone information pamphlet, if you want one.
What is that? not so much. Stone Town. Good morning. Just the two gals heading into the high street. As you know, I do upcycling of shirts, and I realized yesterday with a quick Google that there are quite a few charity shops to be found in Stone. So we're headed to the high street, gonna have a little mooch around there, and then we'll meet up with the boys later. One charity shop down, loads more to go, and I have to say this little town centre of Stone is really quite joyful and impressive. We have done well. We shopped ourselves all out on the high street and found some great finds. Back to the canal we are, walking to the boat to meet the boys. If you'd like the history of the canal, pause, zoom in and have a read. All closed up round here. Who's there? Good morning. We've just left our mooring spot. Right up ahead we are going to fill up with water. The end point for today is Stoke-on-Trent. That's where our guests are hopping off and catching a train. After this we've got the pump out to do. Got the old hose pipe on the go. Just in the distance there is a lock that we're going to head through, and we are headed to a private marina to use their pump out station. We did not remember to buy a pump out card, something that slipped our minds, to be able to use the CRT points. And yes, a learning point that we will perhaps purchase that before our next trip, because it is definitely a little bit cheaper. Just on our way out the lock.
Grab a beer on our way through.
I know, it looks so nice. We didn't have much time to explore and venture out in Stone, but right here, these two restaurants, Smoke and Rye and the Star Pub, look like such a vibe on the side of the lock here. So I definitely think a place that we would visit again. And if you're into trying cafes and restaurants, the town centre also just like looked so nice. We just did some charity shopping, but it was a vibe. I think I said that already, but you catch my drift. We shall definitely be back. Walking down the tow path, Paul's on the boat. We came out the lock and we wanted to pump out a canal boat company, but they're obviously a hire boat company, and we phoned yesterday. They said anytime from 8:30 to 4, but they've obviously got to turn around boats today, so they said only after 11. It is now 9:15, so we need to find a place to moor. As luck would have it, all the mooring spots, there's like one or two, but they're all private moorings for the boat building company. So we just headed up the tow path. As soon as we find a spot, we'll regroup, and I think there is another private marina that has a pump out, so hopefully that works out. We ended up coming through another lock. The other boat company that was along the way is in fact closed. They have retired, so we couldn't end up pumping out there. So we are en route to Stoke-on-Trent, which is about 5 hours cruise away. We've just phoned up. There is another hire boat company now.
Yeah.
Black Prince Holidays or something, I said. The gentleman was lovely on the phone. We're going to head there, and he said no problem, they will be able to help us with the pump out. So almost a fail on our part, but hopefully by the end of today we shall have an empty loo.
All the people in their office schools watching you.
Entertainment for the morning. We've just finished the Meaford flight, I think that's how you say it, a lock flight with 4 locks, and we didn't really look at the map, so we weren't quite expecting it. And it's awful when you do come across that, because then you just like lock after lock after lock. But it was okay, lots of other people waiting to come down, so when you've got a bit of a queue, there's always people around to chat to. And definitely such a beautiful area, so green. It's overcast today, but looking so, so beautiful. How's your lock flight?
Pretty easy. I don't do much.
Easy when you're on the boat, huh?
Oh, got a sore hand from going backwards and forwards.
Drinking coffees. Don't mind if I do cool down. Just hopped off the boat to do another lock, and this is the second lot of these milk bottle type shaped building things we've seen. Does anyone know what they are? Comment below, would love to know. We've seen 3 now. We are at or in Stoke-on-Trent along the canal, so it's definitely a bit more grimy, and there's a lot of graffiti around, and also a lot of goose poop.
Just come out the other side of Stoke-on-Trent. I think the place was called the Flint Mill, I think. I'll have a look when we go through the other side now. Yeah.
We've just come through the little lock flight at the end of Stoke-on-Trent. I'm not sure what it's called. I'll look that up and put it here. But if you're gonna do it, bring your biceps. And the day is so perfect, so now I'm full on sweating. Not sure if you'll see this on camera. We've just pulled off, but we got our pump out at Black Prince Holidays. So what was great about that is as we were coming up, we weren't sure, as you normally do when you're coming to a marina, where you're going to get the pump out. And as we pulled up, there was a guy waiting outside. He said, "Are you looking to moor here?" We said, "No, we just need the pump out." He said, "Fantastic, pull up." We said, "Oh, our fitting is on the other side." He said, "Never fear." He had a pipe that reached right over the boat. We literally just slid on in there. He yanked the pipe over the side on the canal, did the pump out, magic. Pricing, £15. Where we were going to go, where they couldn't take us because they were too busy with their hire boats, was 22. Another hour or so of cruising.
Yeah, we'll whack it out.
And we'll look for a mooring.
Gonna have a beer.
Beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
Drinks time.
Drinks time.